Love Story.
Hello friends, good evening. We are here in the Love Story and I have this beautiful couple with me from Stratford, right?
Yep.
You are Ngemi
Yes.
and Audrey.
Yes,
How old are you, Ngemi?
I'm 26.
And you?
25.
25, very well. And how many years or decades have you been married for?
1 month and 2 days.
One decade and 2 days? No, 1 month.
1 month and 2 days.
You still honeymoon.
Yeah, honeymoon period.
Still honeymoon period, right?
Yeah.
Okay, very well. So, but we would like to know how did you meet, your love story, okay?
Yeah.
So, you've been 1 month married, right? A month and what?
2 days.
A month and 2 days being married. Okay, you can see by the photos, right? The photos, it still shows mask, right? When you were dating with mask. Normally, when we see photos with people dating with mask, is because it's very recent.
Yeah.
Right? And not that many photos, that's why, right? And how long you been together? Like how long did you date for?
So how long did we date for?
Like a year?
Yeah, it was a year and
A year and a bit.
a year and a month.
Yeah.
Around there, a month or two that we dated.
Okay, a year and a month.
Yeah, around there.
All right. And you both from Stratford.
Both from Stratford, yeah.
So tell us, how did you meet? How did your story, your love story started? How did it started? You know, you were going to the same branch, right? You've been in the church since you were what age?
It's around 14, 15.
Okay. And you started with what age?
I was around 18.
Okay, you came later.
Yeah.
He was already in church when you came.
Yeah.
So when she came, this new girl, obviously I think you were in VYG. You're still in
Yeah.
VYG, right?
Yeah.
So she shows up. Audrey shows up, you know? What did you feel? When you first saw her, you know, did you feel something different? It's like a light went on,
Oh.
or you know,
For me,
your heart started palpitating, or
for me, it's more of, okay, that's another girl. Okay, she's not bad looking, but okay, I get on with what I need to do. Like, I didn't think anything of it
nothing
at all.
more than that.
Nothing more.
Okay. Oh wow, a new person. Oh cool, right? And you, Audrey, when you first saw him, did anything cross your mind?
No, not at all.
Wow, that's the one. Oh my God! And like a lovely background music started playing in the back, you know.
No, Pastor.
And
The opposite.
and it started snowing
No.
and glitter all around and no, nothing.
No, not
You
at
saw
all.
him. What did you think of him?
It was just another guy in the VYG that sometimes we'll be in the same team, work together, but that's
So
about it.
You've worked together in the same tribe.
Yes.
Yes.
How
Yeah.
was it?
He was fine getting
What
along.
did you think of him working in the tribe?
Like, there was times that he was very annoying, but when it came to stuff like that was serious, then you know he would.
He'd be picky on you, yeah?
No, not quite, Vasa. He was just how can I put it? He was very direct when it came to serious stuff.
Okay.
But at the same time, quite like I just found him very annoying at the same time. So it was both sides, yeah.
Okay. And you? What did you think of her, working with her in the VYG?
It was a thing of her is, like, I didn't want to have to say what I need to say again. So it's like, I would always try to not want to repeat myself, but if I need to repeat myself, like, it's going to be the case. So it's like, oh, come on. And say, I found it annoying. Literally, like, when we've been team sometimes, I'm like, okay, I know that we can get things done. Because when, of course, she would put her mind to it, she'll be able to get things done. But it was just work towards it. So I would be direct. I'm saying, I need this, we need to do this. And I was like, oh, it's not done. So then I'm like, oh, great. Then I'll get annoyed. So that's literally how it was.
But did anything on her caught your attention? The way she was, personality-wise, anything like this?
So what was weird is that, like, I'd always just never, like, like let it cross my mind. I actually used to say like no one from Stratford. Like I said, I'm not gonna marry someone from Stratford. Not gonna happen. Nope.
There was no one in Stratford for me. That's what you used to say?
Yeah, I said no, it's not happening. No. I said it'd be from a different branch, somewhere else. I said nope, not Stratford.
So when you used to go to another branch or events, church events, you'll be looking around, right?
Yeah.
Looking around, but not in your branch.
Exactly.
In Stratford, you were like bored, right?
Yep, not happening. Look, wouldn't even put my head up. Just keep it down. There's no point. There's nothing to look at. Literally, that's literally how it was. And I think how it came about was weird, but I started realizing that there's certain hobbies, weirdly, there's certain stuff that we used to watch that was similar. And after I'm thinking, oh, you watch this? This is weird. I watch it. Like certain things that we would like. Oh, you like this? Okay, I like that. Why do you like what I like?
And this came, Ngemi, this came with conversations.
Conversations, friends saying certain things. They'll be like, oh, you like the same thing as Ngemi? I'm like, who likes the same thing as me? And I was like, this is weird.
Okay, interesting. So at first, you know, through the eyes, you didn't see anything special, but he was talking. So this is what caught your attention. This is what was the key that opened your heart, we can say this way, right?
Yeah.
And how about you? How did you start getting interested in him? Or by the point he came to speak to you, you had no clue?
So I think because I was in the church I think by that time I was in the church for maybe like 4 years then. And my view when it came to him was very just someone that goes to church. So when we would speak, it would just never cross my mind at all whatsoever. I think fast forward when certain things started happening, that's when I was like, oh, that's a bit different. I wouldn't expect that from him. Like, he's very direct. So that's too nice coming from Ngemi. So yeah, that's when I started like putting things together.
Okay. So, and you, how long did you know each other before someone, step up to take this to another level?
So I wouldn't count like the first year that she came to the church, because you don't get to really know someone as much during that period.
Okay.
But I'd say like properly about like 3 years. Then like, okay, I've known her, of course, including us dating. So in total 2 years, the year dating, like, okay, I know who this is. Like, I've been around you enough. I've seen you at highs and lows at different points inside of your life.
Yeah. So how long?
2-3 years, I'll say.
2-3 years, right? Getting to know, working the VYG, the same group, sometimes in the same tribe, sometimes not, right?
Yeah.
But always close. Okay. So what changed? What happened? When did this became something more than a friendship? How did it happen? Who started this, Who gave this step of faith? Who?
So it was me. I reacted first. So I'll say, of course, I'm seeing her in the youth group. As much as like I'm trying to look, I'm like, okay, who's this? Like, I've known you, but I'm seeing how you start to look after other people, how you speak with other people. I've already realized we've got certain things in common, and now it's okay. How you have these good relationships with these people? That's I'm like, but we don't have that same click, but we've got so many things in common. What's going on? Like, I was just so curious. I was thinking, interesting. Let me not go straight in and speak, but let me have a closer ear to, of course, how you are. Weirdly enough, I actually started speaking with her friends. So her friends that she was close to, I started speaking to them more. So of course, trying to understand, who she is, but also who she's around. Because it helped me to understand, the things in which she does, how she reacts. So I was trying to understand more, okay, let me be okay with your friends. And then it got to a point, I remember she needed to get home. So of course I made sure that I organized it. So I made sure that she was able to get home that day. But this is just out of random. But it was, let's say, an opportunity for me to be able to speak to her because usually what would happen is whenever I see her, she's with her friends.
Mm.
So of course, I think I started the bus stop. I said, okay, like, oh, how you getting home? And so I was able to speak to her, and I just like made sure that she'd gotten home. Like, okay, boom, let's make sure you get home safe. Okay, bye. Like, just made. It was literally just that. And then a weird thing that happened was there was chewing gum. This is gonna sound so funny, but sound so weird. But I had a packet of chewing gum, and of course I think I had 2 left in there. And then she asked, "Can I have them?" And I then said to her, "Oh no, I'm gonna keep them. If I have some left by Thursday, I'll give it to you on Thursday." So I literally said, "Okay, I'm gonna keep these chewing gum," and I said, "I'm gonna drop you home from Love Therapy on Thursday." So literally, I have the option. I'm saying, "Okay, we're gonna go to Love Therapy. I'm gonna talk to you, and then I'll drop you home, and I can give you the chewing gum." I didn't get to give her the chewing gum. But weird enough, 2 weeks later, I'd actually bought a fresh pack. And then I think we were in church, and what I went and done is I got the chewing gum and I put it in her bag, and I sent her a message and said, "Look in your bag." I remember I even said, "Look in your Tesco bag," but it was a complete different bag. I said the wrong bag. I said, "Oh, look in your bag," and then I walked away. And I remember from that point, she ended up finding out. Oh, I can't actually. It's actually you.
Audrey,
Take us
what is this all about, this chewing gum thing?
Yeah.
You're asking for chewing
You
gum
make it
and
sound-
this whole novel. Huh?
So everything that he's explained, yeah. So I had forgotten about the chewing gum. Days had gone past. If I'm not mistaken, it was maybe a week or 2 that had gone past. So it was past my mind. And then I turn around and I see this pack of chewing gums in my bag. And then when I saw it, I thought to myself, I haven't gone shop to buy chewing gum, so who's put this in here? And then I saw his text message. I think from then, that's when I was like, it's too nice coming from him. Like, why have you remembered to put this chewing gum in my bag like weeks later? So I think that's when my mind, started.
Yeah, normally people don't do that.
Yeah.
Like just people that know you, friends.
Yeah.
Right? Unless there's something else.
Exactly.
So you were already kind of suspicious. Why he's
Yeah.
treating me so good like
Yeah.
this, right? It's like after weeks, he remembers of a chewing gum that I asked him.
It was
And he gave me
very...
the whole package.
Exactly. Yeah.
You were from the same branch? You were coming to the Love Therapy?
Yes,
Yes.
sir, yeah.
Would you come together to the Love Therapy?
So we'll come as a group.
In the group.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I would actually come on my own and see them here.
Yeah.
And then
And you would go back together
as a
Yeah.
group, everyone would
and
go back here.
drop the girls
Literally, yeah,
home,
drop them
right?
home.
Make sure they were safe, right?
Yeah.
The group. Okay, all right. So after this, you got suspicious, but after these 2 weeks, when was it that you told her, look,
So now once that had happened, we were actually in the same tribe at that point. So it became easier, of course, like to have those moments when we'll talk because we're working with each other regardless. And at that point, I was having conversations with her. I wanted to know what's her thoughts on certain things to do with family. What's her thoughts on certain things? Okay, if you have this situation, how do you deal with it? Because, like, I'm going to be saying who I am, but are you going to be accepting who I am? Are you going to be able to give me advice for me to overcome certain situations that may have happened in my life or situation that's happening now? Like, I was telling her about everything, like, here, how things are with family, and just having these conversations with her. Like, I was trying to be as open as possible, and naturally the more in which we're speaking based on how she would speak, it'll mean that I'm able to open up that much more. So I feel as if it's moments where call her, okay, we'll do what we need to do, and of course say, okay, how are you, like, how's things with your family, how's things career-wise, what's your plans, what's your goals, asking all of that, and I'll share my experiences, how things are with family, what my career goals are, and we'll literally have that conversation. So like this, okay, I'm understanding, okay, this is who you are, okay, that's who, okay, because at the same time, my aim wasn't just, okay, I'm getting to know you, but regardless, I want to be able to help you if you have any situations or problems that you need guidance with. I want to be able to pray for you. And so I was asking these questions, and it allowed for me to be open enough. Because I know the more transparent I am, then it will help her to be more transparent with any problems that she has and needs help with. I think from then, when I told her, I think it was a friend's birthday was coming up. I think this is the last time when I went through like everything. I said, how's your finances? How's your family? I said, how's your love life? I asked this one. And then she's like, I remember she was like, oh yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's there. And I'm thinking, I've literally spoken to you so much. Like, I'm thinking, is she not thinking anything? And I just said to the man, like, I'm gonna have to be so like upfront with this, like, and just say it how it is. I'm just like, because it's like when
So you ask her, how's your love life? She's like, getting there.
Yeah, just like, it's not. I'm thinking, what? I thought I've done so much. I mean,
Audrey, you had an idea he was gonna ask you out by this time.
Yeah,
He was talking weird with you, right? Asking how is your love life and stuff.
yeah. I think at this point, yeah, it was just a natural, yeah. I didn't want to give away too much at that point.
Okay.
Because I think at that point we had
But did you
established...
see it coming? Did you see it coming?
Yeah, I saw that coming. I saw that conversation.
Were you nervous?
I was very nervous, yes.
Really?
I was very nervous because...
You were just all right, okay. How's your finance? Okay, good. Love life, getting there. Health, well, no complaint.
exactly,
Right?
exactly that. Exactly, and even what you like.
How's your family? Couldn't be better. It's like the short answers, like you were. Okay, and then you realize I gotta.
Yeah, I have to. I think it's what's
She's
so
not
weird.
giving me any hints.
Literally, I think there was like 3-4 occasions.
And you had no idea if she was gonna reject you, what
No.
she thought of you,
No,
if she liked you.
Exactly. I remember. I think
Did you like him, Audrey?
At this point, I wasn't quite sure. I was curious to see where it would have
Okay.
go, but I wasn't.
You were open to it, but
Yeah,
not really.
yeah.
You were open.
I think it was because of our relationship before that. It was very, like,
Upfront, like,
exactly.
right?
Yeah,
You just dealt with VYG business.
Exactly,
Nothing else,
yeah.
right? You never had a proper, like, conversation about other things, we can say, right?
yeah.
So, my friend, what did you do, man? The guys they can't wait anymore. What did you do? What did you say? How was it?
So I remember first I was on the phone call. I said to her, I have something to say to you, and I said I can't say it to you over the phone. I have to speak to you in person.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I said it has to be in person. I remember
Okay.
this, and it's so weird because everything on that day just allowed us to be able to speak in person. I was like, oh great, like she was getting off work early. I'll get off work early, so I was sitting with her speaking to her. I'll not remember all the words in which I said. I won't.
Neither do I.
But they're talking. I remember first I said, okay, like, how would you feel if I went to go speak to Pastor, to say that, okay, I want to get to know you. Like, how would you feel if Pastor came up to you and he said, oh, Ngemi wants to get to know you. Like, how would you feel about that? I can't remember the answer.
I must have been like, I don't know.
Yeah, and I said,
We'll see how it goes.
and after, I think at that point of that, no, like, I clearly I said, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I'm interested in you, like, because of course, like, we spoke, like, here and there, like, speaking, just trying to find, like, hey, who are you, how is it, how are you, so I said, like, I am interested, I'm gonna go speak to Pastor Pitt and say, how it is, I want to know how you feel about this. It got to a point, like, of course, she's done it, like, okay, she's open to it and everything. And I remember, like, spoken to my pastor. I really, like, let him know, hints like, hey, I'm interested in someone. So I told him that I'm interested in someone. And obviously, like, okay, continue speaking. Okay, like, continue doing your investigations. Like, are you sure? Because you don't want to go in and then to go back.
Yeah.
Like, be sure of what you're doing. So I'd spoken with him. Of course, after that, I had the moment where, okay, I spoke with her. Like, how would you feel about it? And I believe from there, of course, I went to Pastor, like, said, okay, we'd spoken. I think we both went to him, like, let him know, or, like, of what the situation was. And I think from there, like, we're talking a bit more.
Yeah.
And weirdly enough, when we actually started talking, like, properly, like, we know that, okay, like, the aim is for us to be talking, get to know each other better, than to be dating. A 21 days actually came.
Oh, yeah.
And we said that what we're going to do is we're not going to talk to each other. So we said, okay, what we're going to do is, okay, God's going to come at the forefront of our relationship regardless. So we're not going to talk to each other, and it shouldn't be that we distract one another.
But by this time you were talking.
Yeah, we're
Correct.
talking.
Okay.
So we're talking and said, okay, 21 days we're not going to talk. We're not going to distract ourselves.
Okay.
Keep God the main
You gave the
focus.
period to God.
Exactly that. And we said,
All right.
if it is after this 21 days, you're even and you want to speak to each other, you know, we're going to go ahead. We're going to continue going.
And after the 21 days, what happened?
I'm going to say, so it got to a point where it's like, it was hard in the sense of whereas you do genuinely miss each other, whereas we knew that, okay, hey, we wanted to talk, but we're like, no, God, you're first.
And you, Audrey, what did you think? What did you feel during these 21 days?
I was up for it. I was like, let's see how this goes. But I remember it was quite hard because I think at this point we was speaking before the 21 days. So
Did you
was
miss him?
I did, yeah. So
So it was
like,
even good to see if you guys missed each other, right?
yes,
And after the 21 days,
yeah. It was just like, let's get on with this. Let's see where this goes. Definitely, yeah.
you decided to. It was a period that you decided, no, I think we belong together, right?
Yeah. I think it was a good
Test.
a good test. I don't know how to word it, but it was good for us to, well, for me, I know it was good for me to just see that, okay, this is actually something I want to move forward with.
Yeah, 'cause I think it's quite easy to have, you know, when you're saying the nice words to one another, like it's quite easy to like get over on of like, yeah, great, this is nice, but always remembering it's not all about just saying the nice words. It's, hey, after all of that, what's left? After that, what's most important? Like, I think I'm going to touch just a little bit on it, but even in the marriage course, it's that it's not two of you, it's three. There's three people within the relationship. And if you couldn't get that third person, so God, in it, then it's just not going to work out.
You did the marriage course.
We did.
Before getting married or after?
Before.
Before? How was the marriage course? Did it help you? Yeah?
Yeah, it absolutely did, yeah.
I think I enjoyed it. I think it gave basis of conversations to have that sometimes you may have not even thought about having. I think something that interested me, like intrigued me the most was, I think, I don't know how much I want to say about the marriage course, when it spoke about both of the minds, how a man's mind and how a woman's mind is. And then it just gave me that much more of an understanding of how she may be thinking sometimes, whereas a man's mind tends to be different from a woman's mind. We think a certain way, she thinks a certain way. And instead of me just thinking or worrying about how I think, let me think how she's seeing certain things.
Yeah.
So it allowed me to know how to act when certain situations will arise. When, of course, she may have been upset or something may be going on. How am I meant to act? What am I meant to do? What is she thinking? What is she needing? So, yeah, that's one thing I really would say that.
And where did you get married? In Stratford?
In Plasto.
In Plasto.
Yeah.
Okay. You chose Plasto. You like the church? You think it's beautiful?
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Okay. You got married there. Very well. And the pandemic, did it affect your dating or not really?
We weren't dating in the pandemic.
Yeah. So like when it was like full on, we wasn't dating at that point.
But you got the period of the mask, right?
Yeah. So
dating
coming
with
to-
mask.
So I think with that one, it was. How would I say
we
it
were
was?
out, weren't we?
Yeah, because it's like you could go places, you just had to have a mask.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's because everything was maximum. You could have two people, so it was perfect. There's two of you, so you never really need to worry as much. And whenever someone would see you, they say, "Okay, you two are together. Okay, not a problem. You going together."
Love walk. Did you do the love walk?
So weirdly enough, we didn't get to do the love walk. So I think we had like a family like gathering.
Okay, you
together
had
on that
something
day.
planned.
Yeah, so literally prior. So when we heard it was like, great.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, the next one you will do as a couple,
a married couple.
Yeah.
a married couple, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that'll be good. Okay.
Yeah.
But you heard about the love walk, right? It was really
Yes.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure you look forward for
No, most definitely.
the next one, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
This year, most definitely, we plan to have one. Okay. So it was really nice. Thanks for sharing your story,
Thank you for having us.
and come back always.
You're welcome.
And what is the advice you give to the singles? Not much to the couples. You're recently married, but to the singles. Did the love therapy help you? You know, maybe to keep their options open, keep their hearts open. We are talking about opening your heart. to love, right? And that was something you had to do because you were closed. No budding stratful for me.
Yeah.
You had a closed heart. You were set, right? There was no one there for you. And maybe you were also closed. Can you say that you had your heart closed or
I think so, maybe to a certain extent. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you didn't see him, right? As an
No.
option, right? And many people, Ngemi, Audrey, many people, this happens to them as well. They're in a branch. They don't see anyone. They say, oh, there's no one for me, and so on and so forth, right? And in the love therapy, we are talking about opening your heart to love. How to open your heart to love. In order for you to be blessed, you need to have a heart that is open, right? So, do you want to say anything for the singles,
Can you go first?
for the guys? Audrey,
Go first.
you can look at the camera over there.
Oh wow. So for the singles, so I would say, well, two things. One thing that really helped me was I wasn't anxious to get my love life, sorted and stuff. So don't be anxious. I feel like if God has been able to do so much for you already, then your love life is going to be sorted as well. He's got a plan for you. And then second, something that I learned in the love therapy was before I get into a relationship, I need to be already practicing certain things. So I practice a lot of stuff that I learned with my family. So serving my family. And as I did that, I'm using the same, what can I say? The same strategy in my marriage right now. So yeah.
Okay. And you, my friend. Yeah.
What I'd say is to be open to love, you need to have something that you're bringing out. So I would always say never have what you learn in love therapy. Don't take it in vain. So it can't be that you go to the each and every single week you go to a love therapy meeting, but then you never use what you're receiving. Okay, you've grabbed, you need to let go of this or let go of that. You need to change this. You change it in yourself. If it is that you've been coming for so long, why is it now you're not opening up yourself to give yourself the opportunity to get to know someone? Like, utilize what you've learnt, and ultimately, if it is the test of time will show you is that, hey, you know what, you can go ahead. You know what, you can find this partner, but it shouldn't be that you just stay there and do nothing. Use what you've learnt. Use it.
Okay, very well. And how can you use if you haven't never learned, right? You need to learn. You need to come to the love therapy. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming. I
Thanks
wish
for
we had more
having us.
time,
Yeah.
right? We're running out of time. But you're welcome to come, okay? Maybe you're going to come here with a little bit more experience in your marriage, and this time to talk a little bit of marriage and the problems you face and you overcame. Okay, how about that?
No, most definitely.
Yes?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll see you next time.
See you
All
next
right?
time.
That's not a goodbye. See you next time. Thanks for sharing your story. Okay?
You're welcome.
for having
Friends, God
us.
bless you. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.
The Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.